Yo, so I'm real happy right now, yo. Don't even know. This took me like over a week to diagnose this issue and actually fix it. You know what I'm saying? And everything has to do with the flux plugs and applied energistics energy acceptors. It's like a constant power drain bug or whatever. It's well known. It's been around for years or whatever. I was unaware of it. Like I said, I know AE, but I'm really learning AE for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I know all the base prerequisites and all that, how to grow crystals and everything like that. But this is the first time like playing around with the intricacies of AE2 or whatever. So this was like really frustrating, but I finally figured it out. The setup that I had before, all I needed was wireless connectors. I didn't need the ME wireless hubs. The ME wireless hubs are from another mod. I think it's called Extended AE, which is an add-on mod to apply to energistics. It's still good to use, but I didn't really need it. And the other block that I actually needed was the ME interface, and that's where knowledge is power. Anybody that's been using AE2 for years or whatever already knows about that, already knows the mechanics or whatever. But like I'm still getting used to the mechanics or whatever. So yeah, I needed an ME interface because what I was trying to do is what I just accomplished is daisy chain basically all my storage systems together into one consolidated system, right? And the major storage system is right here in this 8 by 8 section of chunks. And one of my storage systems are no, it's right here. And one of them is right here in this section. Another one is here in this section, and the last one is here in this section right here. So I had to daisy chain them basically across my entire base, and I was able to do that. Where am I at right now? I'm confused. Oh, so I was able to do that with the wireless connectors. I'm gonna go back towards the beginning part of the base to showcase what I actually did and how I got this to actually work. And it's tested. I just tested everything. Why is my network not powered? Actually, I need to go back down here and put in the greater energy cards. It's probably what it is. These are still powered though. Let's throw these. Oh no, those are in already. The network not being powered is this right here. The ME wireless crafting terminal. It means it has no power and I can't remotely access my inventory. All right, so I need to throw these energy cards in here. And these energy cards reduce the power consumption. So right now this is down to 279 AE per tick. AE is applied energy per tick or whatever. So without it, I'm burning 1399. And like I said, a tick is one game tick is 1/20th of a second in real life. So you can see the reasons why you would need these. The network is still not powered. I need to go and check the reason why it's not being powered. Probably the bug coming back again. Like that bug is irritating. Um, it keeps drawing power out of the flux network into the energy acceptor. It's really the energy acceptor, which is a block from AE2 that keeps pulling power. And these are all completely dead when this was just powered. That's the last ones. So it's an issue down here with and this is the bug that I've been that's it's making the system unstable that I've been going back and forth with for like a week and change, trying to make sure the system is stable. I got everything finally connected. I was able to see that everything was being read, and they must have changed some of the default configurations because by default the connectors can only connect to blocks that's 32 blocks away. Yeah, so my entire system is dead. Why is that now? I had energy in here. These cells were completely full of power. Again, this is the energy bug, 11,600 FE. That's the bug that I was having before. Same thing. So that means I need to power this independently. Let's get rid of this right here. Let's get rid of this connection. It's stupid. And that's the bug right there that's been pissing me off because this energy cell was full of power. This one was full of power. Mind you, this is 1.6 million AE. It shouldn't drain the entire system like that. Let's get rid of this. And yeah, see, there we go. Everything pops right back on once I get rid of all of that. I know this quartz fiber that can this fiber anything like that that just stops the connection. There is something like that, but that means I need to reorganize how this is. I'm gonna have to reconnect this in a minute. Trying to save some space so I can actually walk down here. Cause I don't want to put the wire right here. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm not using this anymore. No, I will. This axis is my original storage that I was just at, all the way down there. Um, all right, so this needs to be an independent network, independent powered from this, because for whatever reason it just keeps draining everything. So we need this system still needs to see this though. That's the issue. Where can I put this? I need a storage bus on this ME interface coming off of this system so it can read this system. And the only issue is where I'm going to put it because I don't want it to interfere with this right here. Uh, right here maybe. We'll just pull a wire off of this. Let's put the storage bus right there. Let's go this way. I shouldn't have any issues. Alright, so that's reading that. This is still offline, so now I need a quartz fiber right here in order to power this. Why did it not connect? Alright, it's online right now. So that's coming off the energy acceptor. Alright, that's fine. Hopefully that doesn't burn out the network or whatever. And then I need to yeah, so this is gonna be a separate sub system. Yeah, I got the quartz fiber there. Yeah, it's gonna be a separate subsystem. And no matter what I do, I'm gonna have a wire running down here. So now I need to connect this to this. Alright, so now this is connected to the system, and yeah, and I can still see my cobblestone. That's all the way from the cobble works. It's what I currently have in the system. So if I put crushed ore in here, I should bring up, yeah, 44K and 23K. It's seeing it. It's seeing the entire system. So that's just completely done. And I'm glad I got it done on camera, and you can see a little bit of the issue with the bug that I was having on camera. And this is a fully working system. So, and I have my wireless back or whatever. And yeah, that's basically it. And just to showcase what my system, how many items are really in my system. Let's put this on 4. No, put this on 2, and then bring up my wireless crafting system. So this is everything that I have in there. And then I could separate it by the number of items, make that descending. So you see 63,000, 44,000 iron. You know what I'm saying? So this is basically seeing my entire system. And let's look for the ME chest, because I had that in one of my, yup, I had it in one of my colossal chests. Uh, am I able to see all of this stuff over here? This is completely separated. The energy acceptors over here. I needed like a unique item that's only over here, distillation tower. So let's put that in, distillation tower. Yup, and it sees that. And then over here I have all my different dusts. Some Fluix dust, we could check for that. It's stibnite, refined stibnite, and titanium carbide. So let's put in titanium. It sees that titanium carbide, refined stibnite, and then we got Fluix dust. It's not seeing it. Flux dust. Flux dust. 830, 825, and I got 5 in the system somewhere. And let's check for sodium just to really make sure. 979, yeah. So it's seeing my entire thing, and I now I can finally put this project to rest. So it sees everything in my entire system, all the way up and down the base, and anything else that I connect to the system. And I found a method to actually daisy chain the ME wireless connectors properly. And that's one thing down. The other thing is I finally made the dimensional destabilizer. All of this stuff, I can throw this back into the system. What else is going in? A good portion of this stuff over here is going back into the system. I don't need the gravel. Don't need this. Get rid of that. Might need a bucket, but I can get rid of it. Alright, so all of this is in. This is going in. I can use the circle box, the tungsten steel drum. I could put this somewhere. Throw this into the system. This is going back into the backpack. Throw this, that. Got another crafting terminal. Well, I can save that for some. Just throw that into the system. What else? This can go in. This can go in. This could go in. This could go in. This could go in. And my flux points. You can throw that into the system. This goes into the system. This goes into the backpack. All of that into the backpack. A good portion of my tools. I don't really care that it's in here. I'm gonna save these because I might need them to upgrade The rest on flux cells. That upgrades the capacity and the throughput. So right now this is upgraded once to HV status. Why is that draining like that? It's interesting. That one's full, but this one was draining crazily. I need to monitor that at least for a little bit. Yeah, but I made the dimensional stabilizer. That's basically for this multi-block right here. I have all the pieces to make this now. That was the last major thing I did. I kind of gave up with the A2 energy acceptor flux point power drain bug. I gave up with that and I went back to doing what I was really doing before I had those issues. So this is all of everything. This is everything. It took me a while to get this, as you know, with anything in GT or whatever, but I got it done. And I have to get back to real life IRL errands, but now I can come back to a couple things being accomplished, engineering problem being solved, and I'm good to go for the most part. Let's check this battery real quick. It's maintaining power at least 11.6 thousand FE, and it's still stable. Got all my drives in here, all 256s, and yeah, that's done. So the next thing is to actually start crafting up all the different parts for auto crafting, the code processors, the CPUs, and all that, the pattern, the processing patterns, the crafting patterns, all of that, and start actually fully automating my base. Before I do that, though, I think I'm what I was saying before, I'm gonna get rid of all these barrels because I already emptied all of these barrels for the most part, and I'm gonna line this up a little bit more cleanly so I have machine stems. Same way as this one over here. What is this right here? Why do I have a cable right here? Another basic centrifuge. Yeah, I'm gonna line it up so do I really need this here? No, I kinda don't need that. This was for the seed oil. No, I can keep that. That was for this right here. You know what? I'm not gonna do all of that. I don't need to. Everything over here works fine. It is what it is. That's why I called it a machine floor. And I don't really feel like reorganizing. I'd rather work towards something else. Maybe I'll come back to it when I start doing the decorative portion of designing the base and all of that. And trying to make stuff look clean or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I don't really care. As long as it works, I'm fine with it. Um, yeah, so now I can finally move on to other things. And I'm happy about that.